Hey, welcome to the Audio for Authors podcast. I'm your host, Bradley Stravino, and this week I'm doing video. If you can't see me, then you're clearly listening to a podcast. Look in the show notes, I'll put a link to the video in there. But my point is, I'm doing video, you can't see me, because this is a podcast. But there was a post on Facebook the other day, it said something like, the question was, what blog posts, what blogs do you read, dear friends or author friends or whoever it was? And somebody answers, I don't really read blog posts. And Joanna Penn, who I much admire, she said very similar stuff. She says, I don't read articles or blog posts or so much. Maybe news items from magazine or newspaper, but doesn't really read so much on the internet. And she gets most of her information through audio. And for her, that's podcasts and audiobooks. And for me too, it's audio, podcast, also video, YouTube. It's weird. I was at my sister's and she didn't have the YouTube app or something. I said, oh, you don't watch much YouTube? She said, no. I said, wow, I watch a lot of YouTube. I mean, I watch snippets. I watch, whether it's sports or news or like late night comedy or something, or I don't know. YouTube has a lot of stuff. But then again, I'm also a producer on YouTube. I create on YouTube. In fact, we're getting to one of my biggest sort of realizations at the end of 2019. And that was, I've been looking into my 2020 and, why is it that I'm doing all this? Why my big brand has always been Repossible, and I'm really going all in with it in 2020. And I think, what's my real goal? What do I really want people to do? Even, that's weird, but I want to help them. Of course I want to help them, but how do I want to help them? How is it? What's my shtick? What's my thing? And I think by being an author, by writing, by creating, I shouldn't even just say author, say creator, someone who makes things, does things. There's nothing and then there's something. What's going on there? So for me, part of it, as being an author and creating words or creating audio here and video, is that as a creator, you become a better listener. You become a better consumer of that content. And also, as an author, as a writer, you become a better reader. Or you even become a reader at all. So in creating the podcast and creating the videos, I'm also creating people to take in, people to get in, to consume. And I don't mean consume in the sort of the consumer sense of buying or just like slouching on your couch and watching Netflix all day. But more, there's these different kinds of reading and comprehension that I'm not going to remember from my kids' school. But it's something like, skim and understanding reading, and you read this thing and you totally know what's going on. So there's that. There's different levels, of course. And so maybe I'm just shooting to be a better reader, or to be a smarter reader, or be a more efficient or effective reader. So that's one thing I'm going for with Audio for Authors, is that just a slightly different angle on just, how to do a podcast, how to do an audiobook and stuff, which is all awesome. But what's the deeper goal in there? And what medium are people using to reach you? So clearly in that Facebook post, they were saying, I don't read articles, I don't read posts. Okay, so how are you going to connect with them? Well, audio, video, something else. Here's the focus in 2020. That's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on Repossible. You can find out more at repossible.com. My next book's coming out in a week, which is the kickoff to the Repossible series. It's called Repossible, and it's out January 17th. Check it out on Amazon. All right, I'm Bradley Stravino. This has been Audio for Authors. Oh, the audio book for that's not ready yet. Gotta record that. Yeah. All right, happy 2020. Thanks for listening for Audio for Authors. See you next week. Or period. Or listen to you next week. Send me a link if you got something you created. See ya.